And good morning and welcome to another day of turmoil, chaos. Just kidding. Everything's wonderful out there. I mean, I'm in a good mood at least. I really need to get my hair did. Maybe I'll go get my hair cut today after we're done recording and live streaming and all of such. Okay, markets are roaring to the top side as per usual. What else is new? A lot of good talk this morning in the chat. We're talking about the Fed and people are talking about cryptocurrencies and the Fed regulating cryptocurrencies and basically bringing out the currency, which really, I mean, is the same thing as the U.S. dollar. It's just basically you have a digital U.S. dollar. It's backed by everything that the dollar's backed by. And all you crypto people, RIP. Anyways, we are also talking about this jobless claims number, which is a total joke. No, I'm not going to shave. A total joke because jobless claims don't mean anything. But one person, I can't remember who, made a very good point. all that matters is markets react to them in one direction or the other. So just be prepared for that. Very, very valid point, especially for when we're trading. So that's that. Let's get into some stories. Not much news out there, so we're going to have a lot of time for stocks today. I really couldn't find anything worthy of even talking about. But stock market updates. Stock futures advance as debt ceiling deadline fears abate. So I guess yesterday, the brilliant lawmakers in D.C. landed on some type of agreement that would give a temporary aversion to the default that was looming on October 18th. I guess it's going to extend through December. So it's going to temporarily extend into December. Jamie Dimon and NASDAQ CEO Adena Friedman met with the president yesterday. The debt ceiling is one of the many factors that we think are causing the gyrations in the market right now. Every time I hear the word gyrations, I just think about people twerking. That's a very weird word. Certainly, the market will take some comfort where there's a deal. I don't necessarily believe that for a second because we have so many other things going on. We have all the issues with China. China trade is going to come back to the forefront. The debt ceiling is just the big deal of the market right now that's causing the twerk, and supply chain issue is the biggest thing. We're going to start looking into. I'm going to look at Tesla and Apple today. Just a couple stories because Tesla has their annual meeting today. I think 3 weeks from today is Apple's earnings day, maybe 2 weeks from. But regardless, I mean, we still have insane supply chain issues, insane transporting issues. This debt ceiling thing is a joke. Of course, they're going to raise the debt ceiling. If that's the thing that's causing the markets to twerk, then I don't even know what we're doing here. The markets are also starting to look towards the November Fed meeting, hoping that the Fed is not going to show excessive increase in futures interest rates as well. So several things are going on. That's a big one. That's going to be the next story that comes to the forefront. The surge in energy prices is going to make all supply chain issues that we've been experiencing over the past year even worse. I suspect that the supply chains are going to get worse before they get better. That's exactly right. When we start talking about, I paid over $4 a gallon yesterday for gasoline, and that's in Ohio, so I can't imagine what y'all are paying out there. All right, speaking of that, Shell warns of a hit from rocketing gas prices. So if you look at all the stocks, I told you guys follow those gas stocks, BP, Chevron, Royal Dutch, Exxon, etc. Let's see. Then, it would have worked out very well for you. So it's just really following the BS news and going from there. So Royal Dutch warned on Thursday that the wild market swings with soaring natural gas prices and electricity prices will impact its revenue for the third quarter. So keep an eye on this. I think they're facing their second straight day of pullback. If you look at futures contracts for the delivery in November shooting up almost 40% higher to about €4 per therm on Wednesday. I have no idea what the hell that means. No offense to you, UK peeps. Cash flow in LNG is expected. This natural gas is expected to be significantly impacted by a large variation of margin inflows on the back of prevailing gas and electric prices in the environment. There was an outage of around 90,000 barrels of oil per day. Some offshore. So guys, pay attention to this. I'm telling you, and as it gets colder and colder, and as issues of supply become more and more, pay attention to these oil stocks. I think that they're going to be really good trades for you, and I still stick to it. I still think that you can make a killing swing trading and day trading these things. Just come and learn how to do it, and we'll go from there. I got $3.10 per gallon with the Gas Buddy app. It's so funny when we start celebrating gas at $3.10. Moni's the Gas Buddy app. I just go to Costco. I didn't pay $4 at Costco. I paid $4 at the local Shell because I had like 3 miles left on my tank, because one thing that I really, 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 really don't like doing is filling up a gas tank. I just can't stand it. I've never enjoyed it. It's disgusting. You have to touch that dirty, dirty handle where all of these filthy people keep touching, and plus it's gas. Oh God, it's just giving me chills thinking about. The best part about when I lived in New Jersey, you weren't allowed to do it. They had somebody there that would do it for you. It was phenomenal. Restaurants spend big for upgraded outdoor dining with quicker service, elaborate decor for the winter. So this is interesting. When we were in Miami last weekend, out on Ocean Avenue, the whole street was gone. There was no cars driving on it. I said that last week. And basically, there's people that, yeah, I am a germaphobe. Yes. Basically, when you, I wanted to sit there and look at the cars, but now all the tables and chairs and everything are sitting in the middle of the road. So, but looks like restaurant owners, we're talking about cold climates here, of course, say that they're better prepared this winter for the mass pandemic-weary diners who still want the outdoor dining option. Question for you. If you are outdoor dining in a brand new enclosed space that these restaurateurs are building, aren't you just sitting in the newly built inside? With more time to make arrangements, owners are making expensive bets on what diners want when the temps go down. So they're building these crazy platforms. It also boggles my mind that we have it's government saying you have to abide by such rules, maybe not so much anymore, but the restaurant owners are the ones that have to go and pay the price for this. The elaborate plans are given a risk of all issues in the food industry, from shortage in supplies to the ability to find workers. In the fall, Miss Yin, I'm just picking, they just interviewed some people. She invested in overhead infrared heaters and is looking to provide blankets that can easily be laundered. The restaurant plans to serve warm amuse-bouche for, I don't know what that means, outdoor guests, including cider, broth, gross, and warm tea on chilly nights. Servers will also bring more dishes out in cast iron plates to keep them going longer. That's actually a great idea. Let's see what else. Actually, I'm just going to start. I want to read some of your comments because let's see what we got going on here. I'm just reading it. Mo is the type of person who accidentally fills his unleaded cart with diesel. Michael Scott. I used diesel today, saved a couple bucks. Then Jim says, I don't think that was a good idea. Guests are eager to try outdoor setups at any time of year. More than 8 out of 10 diners say that they are in favor of allowing restaurants to set up tables on sidewalks, parking lots, or streets permanently. I just love going to an expensive restaurant and eating in the street. As a result, Mr. Van Leyden worked with the builders to add detachable wheels to allow higher quality structures, yada, yada. And there you go. So there you go. Do you ever read The Athletic? Joel, I used to read The Athletic, I think when I was in high school. All right, let's do Tesla or Apple. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Let's do Tesla. So Tesla has their annual shareholders meeting today at 5:30. If you want to tune in, I'm sure you can find it. One of the big topics will be whether or not Elon Musk's brother Kimball will still be on the board of directors. That's going to be an interesting one because there has been some controversy with that appointment. But anyway, so last year was the battery event. Didn't go very well. They dropped 10% the day after. They don't really have anything that exciting today, but today they're going to be doing it in Austin, Texas, which is their new facility, because remember Elon said he's leaving California, Fremont. Well, they're not leaving, but they're building in Texas because they didn't want to expand the Fremont factory. So Austin, Texas will build the Cybertruck and the Model Y, and they better get that Cybertruck going if they want to compete with Ford and Rivian, and GM, I heard, is coming out with something in 2022. Along with production, the microchip availability will be a big topic of discussion. I read here that Elon actually, it's not just a matter of swapping out a chip. You also have to rewrite software. So that's pretty big. Tesla has delivered more than 627,000 vehicles this year, up from almost 100% in 2020. Tesla stock has risen about 10% yield year to date, but still trailing behind the S&P and the Dow, and still crushing Cathie Wood. Apple. So Apple reports in 3 weeks. Of course, a big thing is going to be that they are going to have to look at iPhone sales. And I think when it comes to iPhone sales, I don't think that the sales of the iPhone are going to be the issue. It's how quickly can they fulfill these sales? Because I remember I ordered my mom an iPhone 13 at 8 a.m. on the Friday that it came out, and by 8:15, you were already being delayed into the month of October for your iPhone, and late into October, and now it's actually into November. So the shortages are real, and the biggest holdup is something in the camera. I don't really know, but we'll get to it. So how iPhone sales are going, how the company has handled its ongoing component crunch, and whether they can continue to reduce their services. If you guys watch the video on, if you guys watched our Apple video that came out yesterday, I specifically said I really like what Apple's doing because I don't even think they have scratched the surface on being a service business yet, and I think that's their next big thing. They've built to this point by they've gotten to this point by selling hardware, and I mean, of course, making amazing software to go along with it, but they're going to become a service industry. Mark my words. And somebody wrote in the comments about that Foxconn thing. Guys, smash the like button for me. Somebody wrote I talked about Foxconn buying Lordstown, and they were like, oh, the Apple. And then I said the Apple car, that could be a real possibility because Apple and Foxconn work very closely together. Then they said that's a conspiracy theory. I don't really understand how I'm conspiring. It's not like I'm saying that aliens are going to come down and build the Apple car. I'm just making a early guess, early prediction that Foxconn is involved at Lordstown, Ohio, in making the Apple car went down the road. I don't really understand how that's conspiracy, but hey. This person says the initial iPhone 13 production was delayed by manufacturing-related issues with the iPhone's camera module, and issues implies that Apple had more limited inventory heading into this launch than past years, but they're obviously running out. App Store revenue grew 16.1% from a year ago, the best level in 5 months, way ahead of this analyst forecast. This Huberty points out that China gaming revenue accelerated in September despite recent curbs on gameplay by children under 18. I remember they said that in China. The lead times on these iPhones right now are 31 and 35 days, and 31 days in the United States, 35 days overseas. In China, iPhone 13 demand remains strong, support combination and growing consumer interest, 5G, and all of these companies are giving subsidies. So I really just hope that Apple continues to crash. Oh my God, it's back into the 143s already. Man, I was really hoping that Apple was going to drop below this 100 and drop down here way below the 200. I mean, the good thing we have going for us is still a downtrend. Definitely still a downtrend over here on the daily. God, I just want to get some negative pressure on this thing. That would be just amazing. I really, really want Apple to go down, down, down. Follow us on Instagram at TraderMo_EM, at Paul Gabriel, at Seth Kirchanen. If you want that, screenshot it and send us a something. All right, those are up. What are the yields doing? Yields are still higher. That's what surprises me when it comes to. I'm surprised that. What am I trying to say here? With the yields staying above 1.5%, I'm surprised that tech is staying as high as it is right now. But they must be going off of those jobs numbers. Whatever. If you want to join the software and join our Everything Money, $28 a month gets you software, stock analyzer tool. Yeah, it's great. If you want to join the Bid and Ask, join with me. We talk trading. You get exclusive videos, etc., which give you teaching content and anything you wanted to ever know about trading. So anything you see me do in the next 15 minutes as far as answering your questions, I teach all of that in the Bid and Ask. If you want to join Paul's Super Shorts, $500 a month gets you that. There's probably about 40 people in there, and it is a great little group. Very easy to talk in. It's wonderful. If you want to do a one-on-one session with me, I did one yesterday with David, which was it was honestly an amazing session. He asked amazing questions. He's really on the right track. I mean, the guy's going to crush it. He's going to do extremely well. So we're going to follow up in a couple weeks and see how he's going. And then if you want to do a real estate deal with Paul, $10,000 for 1 hour. I'm sorry. Why do I always do that? $10,000 for 4 hours of his time, $2,500 an hour. If you're doing a real estate deal in this market, that'll be pretty dope. We were looking at some houses yesterday that were in some very tropical places. Fortunately, there's a pending deal on one of them, but you never know. Luxury Escapes could have another little house coming into its portfolio sometime soon. Oh, Beanie, let's look at BP. So BP, let me go out a year. Okay, let me go out more than a year. All right, so this is coming back to January 2020. All right, so the reason I zoomed out this far is because I want to see. So the last time we faced really resistance points were right here. So I'm just going to draw a line there. So about $40. Come down here and draw our line about $15. I remember buying it around $15, and we'll draw the line right in the middle. That's about 50%. So all of this area right here is considered overhang. This is negative pressure on the stock, and it is going to be very tough. So right now we're at the point where this thing fell apart during the pandemic, and it came right back up, and it fell back down again. And this was because people were saying, if I can just get 50% of my money back from this fall, I'll exit my position. They did so. Crawled back up, back here in right in the beginning of the summer. Same thing happened, fell back down. So now we're getting back to that point. Difference is now we have these shortages. We have high oil demand. We're going into winter, so we will see. But BP is a good-looking stock. Steep trend. Make sure you keep close, tight stops in there. Good question, Obini. Bid and ask is worth every penny. Amen, Don. Thank you for that. All right. OSTK. Oh, boy. OSTK. Overstock. You know, I've never bought something from Overstock.com, but I will say, who asked me this question? Arimas? I don't know how to say your name. I apologize, but this is great. I mean, I wanted to give you credit for this because this is a really good-looking trend. Your red line is starting to creep towards the sweet spot. Yellow line is starting to creep towards the sweet spot. Let both of those enter the sweet spot before you do anything. I think you'll probably be adding around here above $80, definitely above the 100-day moving average. But this is looking very good. Keep this on your watch list. Big fan at this moment in time. So, do you consider 25 years old young? Yes, I do. I still consider like 50 years old young, but I consider 25 years old. The fact that you're watching a channel like this at 25 years old, I don't even know what to say to you. You're going to do very well in life. Just stick to being, surrounding yourself with good people, doing what you're supposed to do, and you will do very well. All right, let's see. 50%er here. This is AMPY. This is the company that did the oil spill in California. So even before the oil spill, this run up, this was a flagpole pattern. And you can see it right here. There was no pullbacks. It just ran straight up, created this flagpole pattern. So regardless, it was going to pull back down. Now, this was the oil spill. It fell 53%. You're going to turn into a downtrend pretty soon. But even with all of that bad news, you're just still hanging right at the 200-day moving average. So if you want to go short on something like this, I would do it over here on the daily chart, and I would just wait for an engulfing candlestick down and go from there. But be careful with things like that. I'm 23, bro. Even better. Even better. I started investing when I was 14. I'm 19. That's great. That's great. Square for a swing trade. Let's see. Yeah. All right. So swing trade on Square. Here's your issues. Your issues are you're bumping directly into the 200-day moving average. So what you're going to need here is to get okay, first of all, before we do anything, this needs to be in the sweet spot. Red line needs to be in the sweet spot. Yellow line needs to be in the sweet spot. You're right at the 200. That's going to be hard. Okay. I redact my statement. I just noticed that we're going to open pre-market above the 200 and the 100 because my next concern was the 100. So, all right. So if we open the day here make sure that you don't drop below the 100-day moving average, okay? And I think today, if this remains up here around the 100-day moving average, you will enter the sweet spot with these stochastics and you'll do just fine. So, yeah, just make sure you hold the 100. Good question. Good question. All right, next. AMRK, is that the, no, that's not. Okay, I don't know what this is. Amcor Technologies. I remember looking at this recently, but I don't know why. Maybe we did a video on it. I don't know. All right, so it's looking like a really good short. Let me zoom just a touch. I just want to see if there's any support levels. All right, so the next support level is right here. Right there, just above $24. So if you want to short this thing, your yellow line just crossing down there. So get down there, get under that $24 area, get under the 100-day moving average, and you can probably short this thing down to $22.50 or maybe even lower depending on what this thing does. Good question on that one. Next, Net Ghost COP, you got it. All right, so I'm going to pull up a line chart, of course. Just want to see what we got. All right, so Net Ghost, here we go. Good looking trade, but the trade might be over. So you had an incredible flag pull here. You had barely any pullback. What I would have liked to see there instead is something like this. That's what I would have liked to see. Instead, you finished right there. So this to me is a flag pull pattern. It has a high probability of falling back down, probably to this level, and if not that level, probably this level. I really can't tell if that's going to hold that $68 or not. So keep watching that thing. Yeah, that's what I got for you. Good question, but just make sure it stays there. Guys, smash the like button, please. Let's get this thing to 200. That would be sweet. Okay, so everybody's asking about BABA. Guys, I say this about BABA all the time. I don't think that you should be trading BABA. If you want to trade it from a, daily perspective over here, that would be fine. But coming over here I just don't think it's a very good idea for you to come over here to a long-term chart and be trading this thing. I think it would be better if you want to trade, not invest. If you want to trade, jump into this thing and try to ride it for, try to get it up to 156, try to get it to this 25-day moving average, what have you. So I'm just not a huge fan of trading this thing long-term. To be honest, I don't want to trade any Chinese stocks long-term. And the reason is I don't want to have that volatility, that day-to-day volatility. Like, for instance, I think Alibaba's up. Of course, the trending ticker of the day. It's up 5% today. I'm not interested in 5% swings overnight from a daily perspective. That's just not the kind of stuff that I use. Let me guess it's down more. Actually, Clash, it's not. It was up today. eBay. Haven't looked at eBay in a while. I'm going to swig some water here. Fatal Money. I'm 10% away from having a net worth of 100 G's. Congrats, man. That's great. How old are you? All right. So eBay gapped again. eBay was a very good value play at some point during COVID. 172.70. So you're running up here and you're just hitting the 25-day moving average. So if you can bust through the 25 with an engulfing candlestick, you'll probably get into the sweet spot on the daily. Weekly though, you are a downtrend. You got to wait for it to reverse. Would you go long in chip manufacturing? What's the chip S&P ETF? Can somebody tell me that one? I just can't remember off the top of my head. Yeah, somebody give me that. Damn, why can't I remember that? It's SMH. Good boy. All right. SMH. So if you want to do something with chips, so you are down right now. This is a tough one. So, and the reason it's a tough one is look how steep it is on this. I mean, you are really steep right here on this drop. But you're holding a support level of 250. You know, if you want to, you can probably short this. But you're gonna. Yeah, I mean, this is tough. This is tough because I'll tell you why it's tough. It's tough because you're looking from the perspective of interest rates help these types of companies. It's on the other side, though, you have a shortage. So which side is going to win? I don't know. That's why I'm not sure what to do. And I think that's why you're getting this very steep decline, because it's just such a overreaction. So keep watching it. Throw it on a watch list, SMH. I mean, if I just had a more gradual decline like this instead, I would be comfortable shorting that. But right now, I just can't. All right, next. I saw a good one. Spot. Ooh, Spot. Number one disruptor, baby. Spot. Spotify is disruptive. I mean, it wasn't until COVID. I had never heard of music streaming before until COVID. And this random company, Spotify, came out of nowhere. I mean, and they just like literally changed the world. Spotify changed the world. I'll tell you that right now. So with Spotify, you're stuck right at your 50-day moving average. You're below your 100 and 200. If I was going to do anything here, I would be using this over on a daily chart and just try to capture any price point that I can get and run it into the 100-day moving average and then let it fall back down. I think that you're going to get a little bit of increase in price before decrease, but you are a downtrend right now. So just be careful with that. And yeah, that's what I got for you on a company that literally changes the world. Exactly. Before Spotify, what even was music? 100%. What do you got? SMH. Is he saying shake my head or telling me something else? I already did SMH, but he's either really shaking his head at me or he really likes semiconductors that I already did. All right, DocuSign. Okay, so DocuSign is looking pretty. Let's hold on a second. Let me do Option R. Wait a second. Option R. Reset that. Let's see here. Let me draw a line. I'm just gonna draw a line here and see what we got. All right, so we're in that consolidation channel. It's had a couple of 2 good days. Okay, earnings happened back here. That's irrelevant. So you were in a downtrend. You got a little bit of rebound. If anything, I would play it over here on the daily. It looks like let the yellow line get into the sweet spot, make some engulfing candlesticks. Be careful going into this 100. But if you get through the 100, I think you could probably run this to the 50-day moving average. I think it'll be all right. And if things continue as such, we will get a sweet spot reversal here, and that'll start moving up. So, all right, guys, smash the like button. Get it to 200. I'll smash the like button while I'm at it. Or if you really just hate me, smash the dislike. I don't care. Clout is clout. AGEN. Let's see. AGEN. All right. So we're holding a... No, we're not. Yeah, we're at a resistance point, and I'm dating it back to right around here. And you can kind of see that just from around there, you can see that we consolidated in this price range a couple weeks ago, and now we're right back at it. So this is just a little snapback. You're in a downtrend. You just have a little bit of a snapback going on. I think this is going to create, if we can stop today, let me pull up a line chart for you and show you. Line. So if we created lower high. If this can come down here today, that's a lower high, and we're creating these really nice M formations that are coming down with the stochastic. Yeah, this is perfect. It's just perfect. This is looking really good. I love it. Just keep paying attention to this one, but let this snapback happen and drop below this area. Let these lower highs start happening. Yeah, this is really good. In the near term, if you want to, this is you can squeeze a little swing trade out of it to the upside, but that just shows you how you can go both ways on the same type of stock, on the same stock. Okay, the stock market is open. I'm going to do one more stock, and then I'm going to get out of here. Also, reminder. Hold on a second. I can't remember what time, so I don't want to tell you the wrong time. This Saturday morning, guys. Saturday morning, bid and ask only, 11:30 a.m. private live stream. Saturday morning, 11 a.m. Eastern time. We're going to get the link out to you today. After Nate makes it, I'm going to blast it out, and you guys will have it. And we'll go from there, but it's just going to be general Q&A. I have some stuff that I want to teach you, and we will go from there. Let's see. Foot Locker. Let's see. Foot Locker. So Foot Locker just keeps declining. You are starting to get maybe a little bit of a touch of reversal down here. I like that you're getting some uptrend around here. So this might be the turning point for them. This could be the turning point. When's this dividend date? Okay, October 14th. So you'll probably get a little bit of a blip on October 14th. It's not gonna do anything for you. Coco, you demand. I didn't see much of a cause to clean that. Okay. All right, last one. I'm gonna do one more. I'm gonna do Pfizer. Good luck to all you guys making money today. Go make some disruption. All right, Pfizer's just getting beaten down. Still a downtrend. If it makes an engulfing candlestick like such, go ahead and short it, especially because we're below the 100-day moving average right here. I think it's great. If you get an engulfment below it, run it down, and I bet you'll get down to somewhere in the $40 to $39 range, and you will be very happy camper from the company that is they're the virus kings in the world. So all right, guys, I'm out of here. I will see you at 2 p.m. on today's live stream. I'll see you in 23 and a half hours back here. 10:30 a.m. Write this down. 2 p.m. today, Eastern time. Live stream, private live stream, community members only. Next, tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock here, right back at it. 10:30 tomorrow, Eastern time. You are going to get book club with Paul and myself. Then Saturday, 11:30 a.m. Eastern time, bid and ask only live stream. Content. I want to give it to you guys as much as I can. And that's it. Have a great day. Catch y'all on the flippity flap.
Thank you.